What's up, people? How's it going? Welcome back to CT Center. Now, let's start the first problem of the range-based queries problems of CSES. So, the first problem is static range sum queries, right? So, in this problem, we'll be given an array and we'll be given few queries. And in each query, we have to report the sum of the values that are in the range A to B. Now, how to solve this problem? So we'll be solving this problem based on a method called cumulative sum or prefix sum. Right. So at first we'll be trying to construct the prefix sum array. So for this example, let's try to construct the prefix array. So we'll be trying to construct an array such that the ith element of that particular array will be the sum of all the elements from the start till the index I. So that's what the prefix array will be having. So the prefix array for this example will be. So the first element will just be 3. Now for the second element, it will be the current element plus the previous element, that is 3. So 2 plus 3 will be 5. And then for this particular element 4, the current value of the prefix array will be that a particular element, that is 4 plus the previous prefix sum, which is 5. Now the current element will be 14, 15, 16, 21, and 24. So in short, the prefix of I will be current element in the array plus the prefix of previous element. So for the current index I, it will be the sum of all the elements till the index I. Right. So that's what this particular statement means. Now, how can we solve this problem, or how can we get the sum of a particular range with the help of prefix array? Right. Now we have a query, let's say 2 to 4. Right. So I want the sum of all the elements that are within the range 2 to 4. So let's say this is the lower range and the upper range is R. So the sum will be 2 plus 4 plus 5, which is 11. Okay. Now how to get that sum using the prefix array? Right. So the sum will be prefix of R minus the prefix of L minus 1. Now if you see, so prefix of R will be giving us a sum of all the elements till the index R, and L minus 1 will be given the sum of all the elements till L minus 1. Now R will be giving the sum of all the elements till 4, and I'm just taking away the sum of the elements till L minus 1. That is still here. So if you want to visualize, I'm taking till a range and then I'm plucking out some of the values. So the plucking out is L minus 1. So that's why if I apply the formula of prefix of R minus prefix of L minus 1, then I'll be getting the sum from L to R. Right. Now if you see, I can just get the sum in the range of L to R in constant time. Otherwise, you have to lay out a loop which runs from L to R, and then you have to take sum. So that will be having a complexity of n square. Right. So in this case, if you want to see the prefix of 4 minus the prefix of 1. So what are the values? The prefix of 4 will be 14 minus the prefix of 1, which is 3. Hence the sum will be 11. So now let's just verify it. So the sum from 2 to the index 4 is nothing but it's 2 plus 4 plus 5, which is 11. Hence it's matching perfectly to it. So what are the steps to solve the problem? At first we'll be trying to construct the prefix sum array. If you want to get the sum of the range L to R, then the sum will be nothing but it will be prefix of R minus prefix of L minus 1. So we'll be using these two things to construct the answer. Now let's see how we can implement the solution that we discussed. Now let's try to implement the solution. So here we have n and then m and then the vector and then the queries, right? So we just have one test case. So let me just comment this one out. And now I had to get the input for the number of elements and then the number of queries. And let me just declare a vector where I can store all the values. Right now, let's take out the prefix sum. So we can declare an entire different array, or we can just take the prefix sum in the given array. Now let me just declare separate array so that it doesn't cause any confusions, right? So we have n elements, and the prefix of 0 will be just the first element of the array. Now for all the elements right from 1 to n, prefix of I as we discussed earlier will be the current element plus the previous element, right? So with this we'll be getting the values of the prefix array. Now we just need to calculate the answers for the m queries, right? So we have m queries, and let's say the ranges are L and R. So as the inputs are given in one-based indexing, and we are dealing the array in zero-based indexing, then we just decrement the indices by one. Right now, as I told you over here, the sum in the range of L to R will be prefix of R minus prefix of L minus one. Right. So the answer will be prefix of L, R minus prefix of L minus one. Now we can only take the value of L minus one, then L minus one is greater than one. So we can do this only when L is greater than or equals to 1. Otherwise, the value that will be included in the second place will be 0. Right? At last, we'll be just printing out the answers. Now, let's just try to run the test case. Now, we have got the answers as 11, 2, 24, and 4, which is perfectly matching. Right? Now, let's try to submit this. So, yeah, our solution has got accepted. So that's all about the first problem. And also one more thing to note is that I have made all the integers to long now, right? So here I have made all the integers to long now, and whenever I'm declaring the main, I'll be trying to return 32-bit integer, right? So this is one of the hacks with which we can make all the integers to long now, so that we just don't care about the overflows. So that's all about it for this video. I hope you understood the solution for the first problem. And if you have any further queries, you may reach out to me in the comment section. And all the videos will be added to the playlist of segment trees and range-based queries. And the subsequent videos, I'll be trying to explain what segment trees are and how to solve range-based query problems with segment trees. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe so that you get the latest notifications. And with that being said, stay tuned for the upcoming videos to come. Till then, goodbye.